All right, everybody. Samori Benjamin here with new Mets outfielder Jesse Winker. Jesse, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. You've been here for about a month. I traded here during the trade deadline. The team is playing very well. So, how has it been for you first month here with the Mets?
It's been amazing, man. Dream come true. A bunch of outstanding people here, and it's fun, man. Just want to help any way I can.
You said dream come true. Now I know you were born in upstate New York, and you were there until about 7 or 8 or so. Moved down to Florida. Do you remember much about your early time in upstate New York?
Yeah, for sure. I remember playing hockey in my backyard on a hockey rink. My dad laid in the summertime it was a basketball court. He laid it himself, and then in the wintertime he'd lay down plastic, and me and my brothers would skate on it. I remember that. I remember playing hockey in like the house league. And then, I just remember a bunch of my cousins and everyone up there for sure.
Did you form a favorite team that early in your life?
Buffalo Bills, that's it.
Buffalo Bills, okay. So you were a Bills fan at that time. Got you, okay. So now, moving to Florida, do you think, just with the warm weather and all that, do you think that Florida being there really was better for you to prepare to get to where you're right now?
I mean, when my family moved there, baseball wasn't in the forefront of anybody's mind. Like, we played baseball, but it was my mom's idea, and to move to Florida, it's somewhere she always wanted to live, and she just thought it was a better place to raise her 3 boys, and obviously my father agreed, and so we moved, and I give him credit to that. Now being a father myself, making a life-changing move like that could be hard on you as a family. Being so young at the time, it didn't affect me, but I know. I can't imagine the effects I had on both my older brothers and my parents as well. So credits to all of them for making it happen.
Do you think having older brothers help you be better at sports?
Oh, for sure. Growing up, all I wanted to be was my older brothers. They gave me so much inspiration, especially as we got older. They both, when I was younger, I got to see them both go through very challenging things in their life. And their lives, and they overcame them, and they both persevered. It was, they both. My one brother has dealt with Crohn's disease ever since forever, and my other brother had like a big time injury his junior year of high school, and I've seen them both persevere through sickness and injury. So I gained a lot of perspective, inspiration, and from both of them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're both very proud of you. Now, Florida has lots of talent in baseball and all the sports. Are there any players up here in the big leagues now who you remember playing against in Florida as a kid?
Oh, shoot. Me and Francisco played on the same team, played against him growing up. We were either on the same team or played against each other in high school. There's this team alone, there's a bunch, and they're sprinkled all. It's really not sprinkled, they're everywhere in the big leagues. Mm-hmm. Florida is such a haven for baseball. I think at such a young age you learn about how hard it is really to play in that state and how much talent there is. So I've always said if you can make it out of the Florida travel ball circuit, Florida high school circuit as a baseball player, you're good. You're really good.
Florida's a big football sport too. Did you ever play football or have interest?
Hell no. I played for 1 year. I think the team went 1-7 or 1-8, and I quit. I wanted to quit during the year, but my parents wouldn't let me.
I hear you, man. Yeah, too rough. Now, I know that you could have been teammates in college with P. Alonso and Harrison Bader, but you were drafted out of high school. So what made you decide to bypass college and go to the pros at that time?
I always wanted to play professional baseball. It's not a knock against college baseball. It's just I didn't want to go. I didn't want to play. So that was my decision. I remember the night before the draft, my mom and dad's they're lying about it. As I looked at them and I said, I'll go play for free. I just want to play baseball.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, well, don't say that. Mm-hmm. And it was funny. It all worked out. The Reds drafted me. Funny enough, for playing them tonight. I've seen a bunch of people. And, they made a 18-year-old kid's dream come true. So I'm forever grateful to them. And, man, I was just excited. I think I got drafted on, we'll say Tuesday. I walked in my graduation the next day. High school graduation, signed the contract the day after that, and then I was out that weekend to Arizona to play for a week, and then after that week, I was in Billings, Montana.
Right.
And it was perfect, man. I loved every bit of it.
Yeah. And Billings, Montana. What was it like for you to be literally across the country in an environment you've never been in before in Billings, Montana?
It was great. I had a great host dad, Mike Mayotte. Shout out to him. It was amazing, man. But like I said, now that I'm a father, I can't imagine being a parent and then, you have your kids, and then next thing you know, your youngest son's playing professional baseball in Billings, Montana. So it was, I know I'm so blessed, man. I have such a great family that have helped me out through every stage of this thing. So I know I wouldn't be here without them. So thankful to them for sure.
Real quick, I'm just curious. I've never been to Montana. What was your Billings like?
It was awesome, man. It's I don't think there's baseball there anymore. I think they took away the Pioneer League when everything happened with the minor league situation. But for me personally, it was incredible. I had such a great time. There's great fans out there, and my host dad took me fly fishing one off day. I learned how to fly fish,
nice.
And such a great experience, man. All the stops I made in the minor leagues, it was Billings, Dayton, Bakersfield, Pensacola, and then Louisville. There's a ton of great people I met along this journey. So thankful for all the encounters I've had.
Awesome. And so Billings that was 2012?
Yeah.
So when you were in the minor league for 5 years, right?
Yeah, 5.5.
So 2017, what do you remember about your major league debut?
I pinch hit against the Brewers. And then I struck out, and the next day I hit a double. Got sent back down. I got called up a couple times, called up, sent down, I think 3 times. And then I really felt like I made my debut at the end of July, August, like when I finally got called up. And I knew it was like my first chance to kind of to prove to myself that I could play at this level. And I just remember I didn't want to miss anything. So I remember my teammates, and then I remember just kind of really saying to myself, like, go do this. You dreamed of this, go do it.
So your fourth season, 2021, you make the All-Star team. You start right in Colorado. So, and how was that experience for you to be named and get a chance to play in the All-Star game and all that?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, it's when you're a little kid hitting the wiffle ball in your backyard, you envision yourself playing on stages like that, playing playoff baseball, playing in All-Star games. But you never really know if it could happen. You always dream of it, and you work toward it. But seeing it actually come true, it was one of those moments. I remember it stopped me in my tracks. I got emotional because I'm like, I don't know how many people can like lay down a dream and say that they want to achieve something and then achieve it. My daughter was a year old at that time, and just like everything goes back to being a father for me. So thinking about her wanting to be something and laying down her dreams and just being able to tell her, like, you can do it. Like, I have firsthand experience. Like, I said I want to do something, and I achieved this one little goal, part of my career. Like, it's possible. So to me, that's where all the emotion comes from, is like, just a young kid from Buffalo, New York, who had a dream, and a lot of people helped make that happen for me. So it was cool.
Is your daughter able to watch you much now and understand it all?
Yeah, no, for sure. She's 4. She's here right now. I get her for the homestands, and she's excited. She keeps talking about the playoffs and winning baseball games. So she's dialed in. She's tapped in.
Nice. Okay, last 3 for you. Now, this month you all went on the West Coast first, and you all had a 4-6 trip out there. Then you came back with 5-4 in 9 games. Then you all went back out west and had an 8-2 trip, which was incredible. So, but tough road schedule. But you all really managed to do some damage. So right now you all have won 7 straight games, and you all are tied right now with Atlanta for the final playoff spot in the National League. So what do you think has been the key to you all really just surged in the last couple of weeks?
Just taking it one day at a time. It's as simple. I know that was a really long question, but I'm going to give you a really short, simple answer. It's just taking it one day at a time and just trying to win games.
Yeah, it's simple. It's baseball. I understand. All right, so before you were met, you had fun sometimes here with the fan base and all that. So what's it like now to be able to play here at Citi Field?
Like I said earlier, it's a dream come true. We're going to need these fans down the stretch. The fans travel great when we're on the road as well. It really has been a dream come true. I'm just so thankful, and it's a blessing and privilege to be here.
Okay, and last one for you. who's the most talented player you've ever played with in your baseball life?
Talented player? I mean, honestly, man, it's like I have to give it to Paco. I have to give it to Francisco because I've seen him when we were kids, and then I see him now every day. You know, he's been the best baseball player on the field since we were kids. And you know, it's just so cool to see him do his thing. And you know, he's had so many amazing seasons at the highest stage of baseball. So I'm so happy for him, man, and everything else he does for this team. It's really cool to see. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to Francisco.
All right, folks. Mets outfielder. He's been here for a month. Jesse Winker hitting grand slams, walk-offs. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. All right, man. You too. All right, folks. We're back.